When people ask me, why did you come to Brazil? It's none of the typical things that people come here for. I came here to see quite an unlikely thing. Tá bom. Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Finally got there. That took long enough. In, well, not the middle of Brazil, but crazy. Pode pagar, ou é gratuito, ou... So, we're allowed to film, but not inside. I still don't have much of a sense of how big it is here, but it seems a lot bigger than I thought it was, because on the listing on Google Maps you didn't see any of this like entrance part. I also wonder when they made it. So the guy who sold me some fish food or whatever to feed the fish, which I probably didn't need to buy, but it was 2 reais, which is like 40 cents or something. And the ticket was 5 reais, which is like $1, €1. Bathrooms. I like how they like actually make them in the same old like Japanese style. I don't know if there will be anyone here because there's like pictures online of people coming here. There's some information and stuff, but the stuff I'm seeing now is all stuff that I didn't see. The guy from the Uber was calling it a cemetery, and I suppose these are gravestones then, or no, they are probably like, they probably put urns inside here. It doesn't look like a grave. It looks more like a box with like an urn inside from people that got cremated. I suppose this will also be something cemetery related, so if so, yes. All Japanese names. First they're written in kanji. I think it's just kanji. It doesn't seem like any hiragana, katakana, so just kanji. Below it you see the Romanized names, which makes sense with it being Brazil and not Japan. I don't even think that the most southern regions of Japan, like Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which of course have to be the only towns that I know in that region. The climate here is much more tropical than it is there. Maybe it's more comparable to Okinawa. Brazil has the largest population of Japanese people outside of Japan. A lot of people will know about Liberdade, which is the Japanese neighborhood in Sao Paulo. It's kind of like a Chinatown, but for the people here, they will assume that you're a Japanese person if you look East Asian instead of a Chinese person, because most East Asians living here are of Japanese descent instead of Chinese or Korean or whatever. A Christian cross. There are much more remnants of Japanese immigration in Brazil than you might expect. And I'm quite sure from the people that I've talked to, there is a lot more than just what the Brazilians themselves know. Because if you'll talk to someone from Brazil, most likely they'll know about Liberdade in Sao Paulo, the Japantown, but they likely won't know about many of the other cities that have a lot of Japanese influence, the monuments created by Japanese immigrants. Oh, there's a flame here. I know that a large portion of Japanese immigrants here are Christian instead of Buddhist, but you also get Buddhist temples because of the Japanese immigrants. When people ask me, why did you come to Brazil? Of course, the typical assumption is a typical gringo stuff. Going to the beach, having copious amounts of alcohol, going to parties and sleeping around. But this is why I came to Brazil. Quite an unusual reason. That thing makes me think of a phoenix, but not very Japanese, is it? So it probably is something else. So we're not completely alone. Another bathroom facility, and I suppose this is probably also something similar. The region that Sao Paulo was built in must have looked just like this, without any buildings, the hilly terrain, the rainforest, and they had to cut it all down, which is a normal thing that happens. It makes sense. It wasn't wasteful in the way that certain parts of the country get cut down the current time. This seems like a little house that like filters stuff or electricity, water management, whatever, manages stream or something. The country with the second largest Japanese population, had to have wonderful things that represent Japanese culture, as we see here. It was just inevitable. If enough people come in and they live in communities together where they retain their culture and language, which the Japanese immigrants did for about a generation or two maybe, they weren't bothered doing that. Only during the Second World War, the Japanese language was restricted. People weren't allowed to teach Japanese in school anymore. Everyone had to have Portuguese teachers. So this is the main attraction. And it looks like it is all just made of wood in classic Japanese style. Wooden joints, no nails, because back in the day in Japan, metals were very, very expensive and rare to come by because the islands are not very resource rich. Because of the scarcity of those metals, they created very sophisticated methods of building using only wood. And you see that here as well. And there are more buildings in Brazil that show the same style, which I find fascinating. Oh, that I also plan to visit. It's much closer than I thought it was. But I have to enter somewhere else. So now you can see the whole thing. A Japanese temple that's exactly based on a temple in Japan. It's a replica, was built in a similar style with local Brazilian wood instead of Japanese wood. Fascinating. I can show you the outside, but I'm not allowed to go in while filming, but you are allowed to come in. So if you ever come here, it's not an easy trip. I had to change buses 3 times. With the second bus, because I'd asked people how to get here in only Portuguese, because they don't speak English here. In the capital, you will find a fair amount of people that speaks English, but in the countryside it gets increasingly difficult. And now we're only just in the outskirts of the city, very outskirts, but not as much countryside as some other parts are. But I speak some Portuguese and people were lovely and helped me around. Let's see what this is. I wonder if this bamboo forest was just planted or if it was here originally, because I think there's a fair chance that it was just planted. This seems like a little shed they used to for restoration and stuff like that. They have paint and wire. I would think that this must have been an old roof of the very top of the shrine. That seems like the most reasonable thing. You can also enter that place, but I'll have to walk around back to the main street because they're separated. Geese seem so stupid and harmless, but they're not the friendliest animals. The guy at the entrance gave me some fish food, but I don't see too many fish. You see like a little bit of movement in the water, so there must be some there. But if you look straight down, don't really see them. And there must be some, but not that many then. Ooh, I finally see some fish. So let's throw in some stupid fish food. Oh, now we're going. Seems like they've done some repairs. And they have like little bamboo twigs to hold up the planks of wood that keep the plaster in place that they were repairing it with. I'm going inside in a bit, but I'm not going to be able to show you because I'm not allowed to. You can come here and you can enter. It's not expensive at all. To explain what's inside, the whole building is filled to the brim with little boxes surrounding the walls and in the center, every level. And you can walk everywhere. You can look at the different boxes with names on them. They must be little boxes for urns with ash of cremated people of Japanese descent that lived here, were born here, grew up here, lived their whole lives on the other side of an ocean. The other side of an ocean of where their people came from. To be put in a place that shows their heritage, who they were. On every level you can walk around the periphery and you can go inside, but it's just boxes, cremated people. Really a beautiful shot. We'll see where that little bridge leads to, but it's probably also on the other side of the wall. Yeah. Okay, so when I get to the other side, I'll have to walk a little bit on the main street. I can see that part. So I'll walk back up So, another one to wash your hands. This entrance building on its own is already interesting to look at. You don't even have to pay for that. Bom dia. Outra coisa? Qual é isso?
Ele quer explicar para ele quer ir no Enkoji.
O outro é dando a volta.
Esse direção.
Sai uma volta.
Here's the name of the temple, and it says Brazil after. Temple that is inspired by has exactly the same name. A lady from the entrance wrote me this little explanation of how I get to the other side. Random horses on the side of the road. This is probably private access for some people living like in between. Here is a little sign that leads you to the temple. House being built in the background.